Good day traders, and welcome to Price Action Trading School Naked Scalping Part 1. So this is a part of our Price Action Trading School where I will explain how you can effectively scalp naked, and by one special method there you will use MACD, and you won't be using a simple MACD but a triple MACD. So that will be very interesting for you, and this is what we do actually in Price Action Training School. It's not just lessons, but from time to time I'm explaining some trading methods on a shorter time frames and intraday that you can use immediately. But of course, as soon as we finish with Price Action Trading School, then we will have trading sessions, of course, live, where we will use this what we have learned. I expect that to be possibly in October, but we will see. We have more lessons to cover. We haven't covered like maybe we covered like 60%, but there is still a lot of material to go through. So stay tuned. This is Comprehensive Price Action Trading School. That was the part of my Practical Naked Trading, or PNT. And good day everyone, of course. And now let's start with the risk disclaimer. Risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. Admiral Markets will take no responsibility for this information, and this is solely my opinion. So Forex is risky business. Take it as that, and know that this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. Of course, guys, Admiral Market Supreme Edition, this is an excellent add-on. There is a host of new indicators in Admiral Market Supreme Edition. Please check it, grab it, try to use it. There is new things, and there are some new things, and I will be covering it on I think in August webinars. So new things coming up in Admiral Market Supreme Edition. Web trader platform, you can safely log in and trade from there. Don't forget that Admiral Markets is officially best MT4 broker, and we are always trading with the best. Now, today's agenda: why scalping, MTF candlesticks, and PNT MACD scalping. So this is what we will cover today, and of course this is part 1. Next time we will do part 2. First, guys, let me explain why scalping. As you know, well, not all people are fan of scalping, but the thing is that scalping can be a fast way of making profits. And the thing is particularly true when you want to actually grow your account. Because if you trade small with low account, when you don't have a lot of money to deposit, well, then you need obviously a way to try to to put your account at least to 4 figures, right? So we use usually scalping methods, because if we use standard intraday methods on 3-point figures, well, then the problem can be that it will take a time to develop. So when I raised my account from 300, small account, from 350, now it's like 3,100 euros. Well, that is also, I use scalping, and I use it a lot. So the thing is, you need to know what to risk. Of course, if you have other big account, that is when you may just take a scalp or 2 per day, and then you finish. I also do with my bigger account. I do scalping trades from time to time, but if I do scalps on a bigger account, where then I stop for the day, because you will always see a lot of signals when you try to scalp. Most of the systems out there, and even if you have your own system for scalping, it will show you a lot of opportunities to trade. But guys, you know, not every single opportunity is good. Even if you trade a lot, remember guys, market is always ahead of you. So you might be developing a bad habit of over trading. I know because it happened to me, and when I was pretty much sure about every single trade, of course scalp trade that I make, it usually turned out to be wrong. And I have identified the problem. The problem is momentum. Okay, so when you scalp, you need momentum, guys. Believe me, that is the fact. If you don't have a momentum, then you will be probably trapped in the ranging market, and that ranging market will probably gives you more stop losses than target prices. Because of that, you need to know when to scalp, and that is how I identify the problem. Okay, so as soon as you have momentum for scalping, and as soon as you see that the market is moving, that is the time when you should trade. You don't scalp at the end of day. You don't use systems for no momentum trading, scalping systems. You can go, of course, with 2, 3, 5 pips, but this what I will be teaching you is not scalping method to give you only 5 or 6 pips. Okay, so the point is, most of the scalping methods out there will not work great in ranging markets unless you want to take a couple of pips. The first question, Ilya is saying hi Ilya, and this webinar is of course recorded and it will be uploaded. So why scalping again, guys? You need momentum, so you need to know when to trade. And that will require the knowledge of major sessions. Again, I may be boring with those major sessions, but that is the time when we actively trade and when we actively try to make profits. You don't want to make profits in Wellington session. Okay, you don't want to trade at I don't know, to scalp at midnight. You want to wait for Tokyo session, or eventually you want to exploit London and New York session. So the rules are always the same, guys. Hit and run. Okay, scalping is hit and run. So you need to be very fast with your entries, but you also need to babysit your trades. That way you will ensure profits. Of course, there will be losses, and losses are always a natural part of trading. But the main thing is, when you make profits, you need to know when to stop. That is the big problem with traders. They simply don't know when to stop. And that will probably lead to over trading, to end of day trading, and probably the price that they are given with their scalping system will hit stop loss occasionally when there is no momentum. So momentum is for scalping. Intraday positions are okay, but scalping simply requires momentum. It's suitable also for part-time traders, because part-time traders cannot stare or follow the charts 8 or 9 hours per day, and it's time zone dependent. Scalping is time zone dependent. It's very hard to actually scalp during Tokyo session if you need to get up early for London session, and vice versa, right? But London and New York are simply best sessions to take those scalping trades. Tokyo is great, but then you need actually to live in that time zone unless you want to be pretty much tired, and you need to be focused, especially if you babysit your trades. Now the first method is MTF candlesticks, and this method heavily involves babysitting and market watch. It's called naked scalping. You actually align time frames by using candlesticks. And TOTH trading means that you trade at the top of the hour. So you need to wait for the candle close and then you pull your trigger. So this is the first method, and the second method will use 3 MACDs and fractals. And you will see how it is good to also trade it. Of course, our indicator pivot 2 that I share with you that has Camarilla pivots and daily pivots and hourly pivots in itself is used in practical naked trading, and that means it is used in our price action trading school. This naked scalping actually you don't need to use pivot point. You can use it, of course, but it's not required because it's really naked. It's pure naked scalping. But for other scalping system that I will present, you need my Camarilla MACD indicator that you probably have, and we will use 3 MACDs on a single chart. Okay? So this method is actually very, very simple. H1, M30, M15, and M5 need to close as bullish candles. This is for buy entries, of course. For sell entries, it's just vice versa. Now, on 5 minute, the price needs to go 2 pips above the close spread for buy entry. Now, the thing here is that you need to align those time frames. So on 1 hour chart, 10-hour candles should close bullish at 11 hour. On M30 chart, 1030 candle should close bullish at 11 hour. On M15 chart, 1045 candle should close bullish at 11 hour. And on M5 chart, 1055 candle should close bullish at 11 hour. Okay, so guys, when you see this happening, you need to wait for next candle. Next candle should be obviously bullish or 2 candle bullish pattern. Pin bar rejection, hammering alpha inside bar, right? That is always the best. And if it breaks the high of M5 candle by 2 pips plus spread, of course, that is why ECN accounts are excellent for scalping low spreads, then you can actually go long. Yeah, but the thing is, Ilya is saying, if I were you, I wouldn't wait for those 2 pips. Just go long in 10.59. The thing is, I want to see, yeah, we can do that. But, well, 2 or 3 pips is just to ensure that 5 minute candle is broken. Because sometimes maybe you will see that M5 is trying to go in a different direction. Maybe, yeah, Ilya, you can try that. But just to make sure that that next candle has gone above our M5 close. Now, of course, yeah, this is basically very, very active trading, of course. And the second method that I will show is a bit different, but here, guys, again, we are talking about scalping. Scalping is a bit of, as I say, active trading, and it's very, very good for traders who simply cannot trade all day or wait for intraday positions. So here it is. I will show you now how it looks like, and there you can actually we will use 1 hour candle. So this is it. Okay, so let's use, for example, 1 hour trade. Now euro dollar simply don't go anywhere, but just a slight digression. If you read my analysis, pre-ECB analysis, I told you that you could actually go short. You could go actually short at 10.30, and I hope that you made money. Look at this, guys. This is what I call a perfect rejection from our POC. This is slight aggression because for all of you who read my analysis of euro dollar today, I told you that it could be good for short time scalps, and this was it. So I hope that you made some money from today's analysis. You can see it, just the aggression, because a lot of people are asking me, they don't know where I paused the analysis and they're not sure where to read it, and I always say Admiral Markets website, of course, and this was it, guys. Yeah, this was it, and this is what I told you. Well, that actually 10:30 retest could be good for short-term sell setups, and when you see this is actually scalping, right? So, and it was very good. It happened, of course, after the analysis. So here the rules, the rules, guys, now for this naked method. As I told you, the first thing what we need to do is actually, let's use Orion. It doesn't matter. It moves much better than euro dollar. So, well, 11 hour. We need to find 11 hour. Okay, so let's use just this for an example, guys. Okay, so this is just an example, because you know now this candle now is a living candle and it's 7 o'clock. So when this candle closes, it will be actually 7 o'clock candle, but just use it as okay, as for confirmation. So 11 hour candle is bullish. We zoom into M30. M30 candle closed bullish, okay? So this is the time. You need to zoom in for 15 minutes. You see 15 minutes is bearish. So when you see this, you simply negate the setup. Now let's use this one. This was 13. It's like London lunch. Well, no, it wasn't long lunch. It's actually 11 o'clock, so 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it fits in our first 3 hours rule. So, okay, here, M30 bearish, M15 very bearish, and M5 actually closed bearish. Okay, so this candle closed bearish. And now I usually say go 2 pips below, and Ilya was saying he will do that immediately, but well, you see, it was good for profits, draw down, and then well, good profits for this. The question would be where to place stop loss. You can go with aggressive stop and conservative stop. Aggressive stop is if you place your stop loss 5 pips above last 5-minute high, and this was obviously last 5-minute high. If you go with aggressive stop loss, conservative stop loss, then obviously you need to place it above 1 hour high. So 3 pips above 1 hour high, or 5 pips above a 5-minute high, but that is how you do it usually. We can always find additional entries. As I say, you need pairs that are moving. So pound dollar moved nicely today. So pound dollar, pound USD, well, pound yen also. You can always use pound yen. Ilya is saying he is actually kamikaze trading. He will trade at 10:59, 55 seconds. Exciting 5 seconds. Yeah, why not? You can do that, Ilya. Here, guys, let's find London Open 10 o'clock platinum time. Here it is. Well, this was the close of the candle, but we need to use this one. So this candle closed bullish, M30 bullish, M15 bullish, M5, oh, bearish. But let's see, next candle actually was, okay, this is, you see, it was bearish, but this next candle was pretty much strong. So you see, it can happen that your 5-minute candle is bearish, but then until you're familiar with the system, respect the rules. But then when you get into the system more deeper, then you will find this also a good opportunity to trade. Uh, Next one, okay, 11 o'clock candle, M30, okay, we just go like this. So this is the method, okay? It needs to be bullish, so it is bullish, 15-minute bullish, and 5-minute it was bearish again. So you see, even though if it was bearish, next two candles were very, very, very strict. And that is why I use this 2-pip rule, because sometimes, even if it's bearish, if it's broken for a candle or two candles after, I might go in the main trend direction. But actually, you will see it very, very, very interesting, okay? So this is a simple explanation how this naked scalping works. So don't pay attention to the candle time here, because guys, this is how you should trade it. Because in the real time, these candle closes will be a little bit different. But you need to ensure that one candle is bullish, M30 is bullish, 15 minutes bullish, and for starters, 5 minutes is bullish. And then if next candle breaks the high, or immediately you can go long. But the best thing is that you actually follow all time frames and go with it. Now for target prices, you will also follow 1 hour opportunities. Let's use, for example, this one, a 1 hour bullish M30. This is just an example, guys, so watch it. M15 bullish, M5, yeah, bullish. So here it is, guys. So this was our entry here. Let's say, for example, now where is the profit? You zoom out to 1 hour chart, and actually you want to see previous levels of support and resistance. Your first target would be previous swing high. So this is previous swing high. If you're not familiar with this, how to actually use previous levels of support and resistance, you may safely use my hourly pivot point. Now, how you use hourly pivot point indicator? Very, very simple, guys. You need to put pivot 2 indicator on the chart, okay? I will just show you now. Okay, here, okay, here this is pivot point indicator, and here it is, guys. You need to open it, watch it, pivot, you put classic here, and you put hourly pivots. So these will be your hourly pivots. It will be seen on 5 minutes. Okay. Now this is historical action. So you just need to see how it was in the past. Put show history to true, and here this was it. So your entry was here. Simply go with this resistance here. You don't see the screen. Here it is. Okay, guys, this is it. Again, I will repeat it again. No problem. So indicators list, pivot 2. This is the indicator that you should have by now, guys. This is important. This is what you will use and we will be using. And period, you put H1, tip, it's classic, and show history to true. So this is where we had an entry above this 5-minute candle, and our target would be somewhere here, okay? And you see actually that it was in a good profit. So it's more than 5-6 pips scalping. You see, take at least 10 to 15 pips with it. Usually this will be more, because you know how to move your profit stop after you are in profit. So here it is, okay, the entry, and your targets are simply hourly pivot points. Or you can use targets as I was explaining. This would be my first target somewhere here, and the next target would be previous hourly heights, and so on. I prefer to use this previous, okay, see, it's a lot of profit if you go with 1 hour targets, but at least you should get at least 10 pips with this, okay, at least, guys, okay. So this is not just an ordinary scalping. This could be a good intraday, or at least scalp swing. So if you have any questions about this system, go ahead and ask me, because I will be moving to triple MACD now to show you another way how to actually trade PNT, because this is not this is pure naked trading, okay. And this next method is actually You know that I'm a big fan of MACD, and I simply cannot make a difference between MACD and price action. That is why I'm always using the MACD on my charts. It's the part of price action, really. So no questions, everything is clear. Let's use next slide. Okay, so these are examples. I did it live. So now we go to PNT MACD Scalping. It's triple MACD. We use fractals. We use also my indicator, pivot point, and we use this system on 5-minute time frame. And guys, again, major sessions. Okay, major sessions. Evaldas is saying, interesting, I watched your MTF system before and only now I understand it. Watching your webinars get useful. It's not frozen, guys. You should see PNT MACD Scalping. You should see PNT MACD Scalping slide. So I don't think Caesar is saying that screen is frozen, but I think it's not frozen. So here, guys. So these are what we will be using. And I will go now directly to live chart. Okay, I won't be prolonging this. This is how it should look like, guys. Okay, I like this, guys. This is triple MACD on different settings. And you see 13, 21, 1, 21, 34, 1, and next setting is 34, 44, 1. Okay. Yeah, I will answer. Trade IMEX is asking about previews. Okay, I will go to it after I explain this one. So guys, this is my MACD indicator. You have it probably. It's MACD cam on 3 indicator windows. And the rules are simple, guys. We use MACD here to pinpoint interim trend, medium trend, and longer time frame trend. When all of these histograms are aligned, guys, and when fractal is broken, we enter the trade. You know that I am a fan of simple methods. Watch me doing this. This is fractal. This is your entry. Everything has been aligned here, guys, at this point. So when you see this, okay, this is the time to actually go short. If you don't see, because this previous fractal was broken by the previous candle, if you don't see this, if you see this, you know that you can immediately enter a trade at the close of the candle, because this previous fractal was broken. And here it is, fast, possible 20 pips. I will also use a pivot point here, and let's see. You see, this was next target, and it was immediately hit for like 10 pips. Next target was closed here. Then you can leave it running, but it's always best to take, as I say, at least 10 pips out of it. So you need to have these histograms aligned. No aligned histograms, no trade. Here, guys, another trade. You see this candle was broken here. Okay, the price went 4 pips. We don't take 4 pips with this. Then there was a drawdown of 12, 13 pips and 20, well, possible 20, 25 pips of a profit. Very simple to use and very effective. Here, you need to have all this aligned, guys. So this fractal, this one, you just follow fractals. Okay, this one was broken here, and this was your entry. Here, check MACDs, everything is green. You can use blue, I prefer blue, but yeah, you can use green one. Here it is. Fast pips. 10 possible pips. As I say, if you see that price is not going anywhere, like here, because these hourly pivot points are are pretty much congested. That means that there is no big momentum. So if you're stuck in a trade, take those 10 pips and get out. Guys, this is scalping, so you will find a lot of opportunities here. My advice is to actually, when you take profits, you see here, now this trade would probably, you see, well, 27 pips, I need to check candles for stop losses. It would eventually go in a profit, but you see when there is no, you see the time, guys, 4 o'clock, it's, well, it's not that great. If you trade Tokyo sessions, stick to yen pairs. So always check the timing, guys. Let's use Zori yen, for example, and we will find Tokyo session now. Let's use Tokyo session. So you don't, you need always a pullback. When you see this, guys, this is important. When you see this, you see the price has already dropped to our support. So you don't sell support, you need some pullback. So always what I found was that the best entries are taken when you see a pullback and then realignment of MACDs here. You see, here it was a loss obviously, but again guys, because this was London Open, loss was, I will show you a stop loss, but it doesn't matter because we will get a lot of good trades. Here, this was actually a winning trade here. Okay, a winner trade here. Let me find correct MACD. Yeah, this was a winner trade, previous fractal. So here, immediate entry and fast 12 pips. Sometimes you will see that fast moving pairs provide you with best trading opportunities, and here it is also. But you see here another good entry. A lot of entries, you see, a lot of entries. But you need to know when it's enough. When you make 2 or 3 good trades, stop for that day. Because sometimes on higher time frames, not sometimes, always, on higher time frames, the price will correct itself. Okay? It will correct itself. The question Evadlas is asking, is it useful to set OSMA true on this triple MACD? I never tested. Evaldas, you can test it on OSMA and you can tell me, but this is what I did. So I never tested myself. Here, alignment of, and here you see again, fast profits here, but you see, you usually take 10 pips with this. Occasionally you will find that it can go for even more pips. Here guys, another entry. This fractal was broken here. So 10 pips here, 12, 20 pips here. See? It's scalping method. For stop losses, guys, I usually use 5 minutes because you need to use last 5 minute high. And you set it just above fractal. So if this was our entry here, our stop loss would be like 17, 18 pips. And here potential 21. Okay? So this is what you should do. And move your stops once you're in profit. Again, entry, your entry was here at this price. And I would put my stop loss here. So it's like 26.7 pips. But you see the price went again 21 pips in profit, and a little bit later it went even more, but the 40 pips. But the chance is that you will be stopped out for like 15, 20 pips of profit. No, when trader is asking me after price breaks previous fractal, do you wait for the candle to close? No. As soon as fractal is broken, I enter a trade. As soon as it is broken, guys, I enter a trade immediately. I don't wait for anything. Simply hit and run. Okay, watch this, guys. Another long opportunity. So this fractal was already broken, previous fractal. See, this previous fractal was broken here. And this is when MACD is aligned. What happened is, wow, huge, 400 pips. But eventually you would be taking like 20. Re-entries. I usually wait for some correction, then re-entry. You may find breaks of fractals useful if you want to scalp additionally. For example, here this was our entry, and let's say that we took 20 pips of profit here. But you see, the price was very bullish. So when this fractal is broken, sometimes when you see that this is very strong, you can take even a break of fractal as an additional entry. So it's pretty much straightforward, guys. Very clear. MACD serves as a filter. Let's test this one. Okay, here this previous fractal was broken. So exactly here was the entry, total of 18 pips possible. So what I'm saying is I usually took 10, 11 pips and then I go out. And again, watch this. This is really, you will find a lot of opportunities here. Here, this is when EMAs were aligned. This fractal was broken here. Okay, you put your stop loss below this low here. You just see previous fractal, but not 9, 10 pips. So 15, usually you will go with 18 or 20 pips of a stop loss. And here, 22 possible pips. Okay, so it's pretty much straightforward. And use it. You will find it probably useful, but don't overtrade. Okay, it's very important that you don't overtrade and you keep the risk in place. If you have any questions, guys, please go ahead and ask me. This is, I switched from a method to method. Sometimes I prefer the first method, sometimes I prefer this one. When I see good trends, strong trends, I prefer this one. And I will show you also next time new method, new method that uses candlesticks, arcs, and you will watch it next time. But for this one, I really prefer when there is big momentum, where I see a big trend and where I can really take good entries. The question was that for the previous, when looking at bullish or bearish candle, does the pattern itself matter? For previous one, I prefer to see strong 1 hour pattern. And I really focus on 1 hour pattern. If I'm seeing this like 1 hour strong, this is like, guys, if you watch the lesson 1, this is Marubozu candle, guys. And now this is no-brainer trade. Ilya, this is really no-brainer kamikaze trading. Marubozu candle here. I will zoom in. I hope that you all know what Marubozu candle is. That is why I'm saying go from lesson 1 and don't skip any lesson in price action trading school. School is in session, okay? Class is in session, so don't skip it. Marubozu candle, 1 hour, no-brainers, guys. These are no-brainers, okay? Usually M5 will be bullish, whatever, and you can go with entries. When you see Marubozu, just drop down to lower time frames and enjoy your profits. So no questions. Now one more slide. Actually, risk approximately 0.3 to 0.8 per trade. When you are familiar with systems, then you can go with 1% or 2% per trade. Don't go above 3% per day. So do not overtrade. If you go with low risk, this will give you more chance to trade while still being within the risk limits, guys. That is why it's very important, okay? That is important that your trade trading day starts with a low risk. So even if you're wrong with your trades, because you use lower risk, your next trades could be again a slightly higher risk or still the same risk, and you will be still in the safe zone. You know when you lose profits. It's not when you don't know when to trade or what to trade. It's when you use over leverage. Because if you use over leverage for big leverage, two-way of a leverage for your first trade, you won't have the chance to recuperate after a loss unless your account is very, very big. So please listen to me, guys. Listen to me. You need to know your risk. And you need to start with lower risk. When you do that, you will be safe. A good question. How do you calculate percentage on admiral market? I have the script. So, Nafisa, send me an email, or guys, if you don't have a script, send me an email. I will send you the script. Okay? That can be useful to you because that script will calculate your money management. Okay? You need, guys, even if you have the best possible system, you will lose if your money management is not correct. So my advice to you all is start with low risk and then simply, guys, wait, be patient, because next time, even if you lose a trade, next time your trade will be successful. Even if you lose 2 or 3 trades in a row, you're still good because your risk will be within your risk limits. That is important, to stay within your risk zone. If you don't do that, well, you will lose, guys. I know fast money is always good, and all would love to actually be millionaires in a single night. Well, it doesn't go like that. You need to use your risk. I will sit on you every time and explain that risk is the most important part of trading. If you do this, even if you have 5 losing trades in a row, go for it. Go for the next one, and probably you will have a winning one. Don't go with huge risk, guys. Stay low and your account will go exponentially up. Last 5 minutes, first 5 minutes of the 1 hour candle are usually most volatile. Remember this. And know that first part of profit taking takes around London noon. So London noon might reverse the trend. And always trade with a stop loss. Always. I don't see any questions. So I assume that everything is great. Guys, if you don't have the indicators, of course, send an email. I will send you. And for money management script, I will also send you a script so you can use it and calculate that 1% of a risk. Thank you for listening, guys. I will be with you soon. Check my new blog. It's been published. And if you don't have any, okay, next question is, can we send you emails? No, guys. Send me an email. I cannot use your emails. Send me an email request to tarantulafx@gmail.com. Okay, and then guys, then you actually will have the indicator. So use my email. Best pairs for this are majors during London and New York session, and yen pairs during Asia session. Stick to majors, and then when you're familiar with it, you can trade even minor sessions. Okay? Just send me an email and you will get indicators. Egils, don't worry, just send me an email. So thank you guys for listening. I will be here with you soon. Enjoy price action trading school and make your pips. We will do that, of course, together. Cheers, guys, and as always, trade safe.